Hi, boys and girls. This is Miss Fry from Jefferson, and I am going to be talking to you today about point of view. And this is not the first time we've talked about point of view this year, so I believe that you're on the right track before we ever start in knowing at least where we're headed. So point of view means perspective, and when someone's telling a story, we always have to ask ourselves, who's telling the story? Is this story being told from someone who's watching the story take place, or is this story being told from someone who is actually involved in the story? Now, as you remember from past lessons this year in our writing and in our reading, when we use certain words such as I, me, my, those words are used when we're telling something in first person because we're actually there. When we say something like they, she, and we're looking at a situation, we might tell a scene about the playground. They were playing on the swings on the playground when the ball was thrown to them. In that certain reference there, I didn't mention any I was playing on the playground. I had a ball thrown at me. It is what I saw happening. So that's a third person point of view, watching the story. So the lesson for today is just to look at the story that we're reading this week, which is My Corner. This is a copy of My Corner, and we're just going to look right now as we start to see if we see any of those hint words that could give us a clue as to the point of view that this story is written in. If you look at the title alone, it says My Corner. So I'm going to go through here and I'm just going to highlight, which if you have a copy of this story, I would suggest you do the same thing. There's the word my corner. Now we know that my is a word that is typically used in first person. So it might give us a hint right there off the beginning that it might be first person. So let's read the first paragraph. The corner of 71st Street and Prospect is my corner. Nobody else seems to want it anyway. Most folks look at it and say there is nothing there, just an empty lot. But they're not looking hard enough. My corner is like a wide open treasure box, but folks pass by all day long and never take time to peek inside. Now, what I'd like you to do is if you have a copy of this in front of you, I would like you to look for some pronouns that might help you identify if it's first person or third person. So I'm going to come here to the beginning, and it says right here at the front, my corner. I'm going to go ahead and just highlight both of those words just because it's telling you that it is that person's corner. But the word my is our main focus here. Keep on going down. Here we go again. We see another my corner. So the person telling the story keeps saying the word my. Who can remember what that means? If we say my this and my that, I, me. Keep on going down to the next one. My name is Tia. So my is used again. I'm going to highlight that word. I live on the 3rd floor of the apartment building. Who lives there? I. Now, what I want us to do next is I want you to notice on this, I don't even really have to go much further in my story here. I'm pretty convinced, and you should be too, that when you're looking at the story, we keep seeing my, I. This paragraph is excellent to continue on our focus here. Some days when my sisters are chasing each other and my brothers are yelling, I feel like the walls of our apartment are about to burst. I run down to my corner. Now, we don't really have to go any further than that to make a decision. Let's go ahead and highlight these just to make sure that you are getting it. If you'll do this on your paper as well, take a pencil, underline it, or take a highlighter and highlight it. Every time you see a pronoun, that's helping you to identify who's telling the story. Here's a new one, our. Our means you're a part of it. It's our apartment. I run down. So it's very obvious here that this story is about a person who's actually telling us the story. So what I like to do is I like to go to the top of the paper whenever I'm working on something, and I like to come across here, and I'm just going to type it in. You could write it. I like to say first person. This is a first person story, and then that way, like let's say that I'm doing some kind of a quiz and it asked me what person is this told in, what point of view, I can go back to my notes. I can see all of these things that I've highlighted, and I can look at my notes at the top that tell me it's first person, and I don't have to go back through and find it. I have it right there because I already did all the work on the front end. So when I'm saying first person, I want you to think here, who is first person in the story? Who's actually telling this story? And that is told right here in this sentence. So I'm going to go back into my highlighting, and I'm going to highlight it a different color. Let's highlight it blue just so it stands out. So who actually is the person that's telling the story? She says, my name is Tia. I live on the 3rd floor. So this is being told by Tia. She is the person telling the story. I'm going to highlight this just so that it stands out to you. Make sure that you are taking time to write this on your paper or write it down somewhere, that my corner is a first person point of view, and that my corner is told from the point of view of Tia. Tia is the person who is telling the story. Go through the story and see if you can find any other proof that this is first person. This is a great skill to do as you're reading any story as you get started. Check out those first couple of paragraphs, and you can typically find a hint to give you an idea of what the story is going to be, which point of view it's told in. Remember that stories are told in 2 different ways. First person, you're involved. Third person, you're watching. See you next time for our next activity, which will be looking at Tia and getting to know her a little better. That'll be in our next video.